I've been using the patches now for about 3 months. I was introduced to them via my sister and mom who are using the patches. Um, and I personally didn't have any major health concerns. I've been fortunate to have good health, but in listening to other testimonials and the research behind the stem cells and healing the body within, I figured it'd be a good start to my health. And I'm 43 years. I'm about to be 43 years old. And as they say, that's when things start going wrong with the body. And so, in trying to prevent those things and maybe give myself a better quality of life, I started using the X39 patches and the X49 patches. Um, I consider myself an active person. Along with my sister, I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week. And so, in using the X39 and X49 patches, for myself, I noticed that I would have more energy, better recovery. My skin was looking better, things like that. And in using that, I was able to get the Nirvana patches for my daughter, who's 15 years old, and we all have different moods and whatnot. But at this stage in our, I guess, people's lives, especially younger women, they're dealing with a lot of emotions and whatnot. And so with her using the Nirvana patches, she really found, I guess, a balance that wasn't there before. And so I've seen the benefits of it. She's seen the benefits. And so from here on out, it's just a matter of adding the other things that I can benefit from. Reading up, I want to start taking the glutathione because that's really helpful, things like that. And
so what were you kind of seeing before, and what has really kind of changed now with your workout and your recovery?
I'm able to have a little more intensity in my workouts, and because of that intensity, I'm not waking up sore the next day. My muscles aren't sore. So all around, I've seen the benefits of that in my activities. And also too, I do hail repair on cars, and so my hours aren't the same as everybody else's. I try to stay up as late as possible. And before, I would be tapping out like probably 6, 7 o'clock at the latest, but in having used the patches, I was able to stay up till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes and not be tired. And even my brothers who I'm working with were surprised. And I was like, to me, I attribute it to the patches.
Have you noticed you've been able to maintain that muscle build and that muscle structure for a longer amount of time?
Yes, that's one of the things too that I was going to say. I've noticed more muscle growth, shall I say. My chest has gotten bigger. My biceps have gotten a little bigger. So definitely.
But bringing that back around to your daughter, what a huge benefit that your daughter received that. I mean, to balance out the dopamine in the system, especially, I don't care if it's girls or boys, especially since we have so much, tablet or phone use these days, which really spikes up the dopamine. And the Nirvana really balances out. That I'm really glad you had the foresight to go ahead and use that with her.
Thank you. Yeah,
absolutely.
And a little, I guess, on a personal note, a year and a half ago, she was, whether it be due to social media or whatnot, she had an instance where she was inflicting self wounds on her. She was cutting herself, and so we took her to counseling and whatnot, and that helped somewhat. But the Nirvana patches really seemed to be that extra step in helping her and being able to get that balance. So because one of the first things that these doctors want to do is put her on medication, and I'm so against that. Like, our bodies are perfect imperfections, and if we treat them right, then we can unlock those keys to be able to do it. And so by using those patches, I feel that we were able to unlock certain things within ourselves and within herself that helped her.